Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. And he's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So
HPD says that 2 men are in very critical condition after a double shooting at a bar and restaurant in Upper Kirby.
ABC 13's Chaz Miller is live this morning outside Confessions on Kirby near Richmond. And Chaz, police say that this all appeared to start with a robbery attempt, as we understand.
That is what they're telling us, Samika, that this started when 2 men attempted to take gold chains from another man and ended in gunfire. Now, at this point, it's unknown whether or not those 2 victims, police tell us, are those same 2 people they are accusing of trying to take those chains, or if it was 2 bystanders who were shot. But whoever pulled the trigger is currently not in custody. According to HPD, police say 2 men were trying to take those gold necklaces from a guy. They wound up in an altercation on the ground. The owner of the chains being badly beaten, according to police. A lieutenant says others then joined in.
sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting randomly. Ends up hitting 2 people. Those are our 2 victims.
Now, that lieutenant said that suspected shooter ran off after those shots were fired. At this point, no identities have been released by the Houston Police Department. They said that there were people inside the restaurant, 20 to 30 people when this was happening. They said some of those people stayed on scene and have been cooperative. They also say they have good video, but at this point, nobody is in custody. Reporting live, I'm Chaz Miller, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Actively looking for him right now, combing through surveillance video as well as information that they've gained from witnesses. But this all took place behind me here in the restaurant and lounge there called Confessions, up on the 2nd floor of this building here behind me off of Upper Kirby. Houston police say the call came in around 11:30 last night, and investigators say 2 men tried to rip chains off another man's neck, taking him to the ground. Somehow was able to pull out a gun and started shooting. Now, a neighbor we just spoke with moments ago who did not want to be identified for her own safety says she isn't surprised by what happened here and tells us it was only a matter of time.
Well, this restaurant has caused a lot of issues within the neighborhood because it's open till 4 a.m. And many mornings we'll come outside of our home and people from the club will be defecating in the street, urinating in the street. It's just an abomination to the neighborhood, and the neighborhood association has discussed how can we shift this or get it moved to a different location.
How recent? Now, 2 people were shot. One man in his late 20s was hit multiple times in the torso. Another man in his mid-20s was shot in the arms and legs, and he was later found in a nearby parking garage after trying to get away. And both men remain in critical condition as of this morning. Now, within the last 10 minutes or so, we did receive a statement from Confessions, and they say that their thoughts and prayers are with the folks that are recovering after last night's shooting. And the statement that they sent us went on to say, Confessions does not condone any violence of any kind, and we maintain a zero-tolerance policy for any behavior that compromises the safety and well-being of our guests and staff.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. UPTV, make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I do want to first and foremost say and pray for a speedy recovery for all parties involved in this situation right here, because everything is not all the way confirmed. I don't know what's what. They just getting the investigation started, but from what they say, somebody was badly beaten, and we don't know how damaging that got for them. And then also the people shot, they might not have been involved with this, could have been just bystanders there in that moment. So I don't know exactly what happened, but we've seen people out on stretchers, and we know how in these crowded spaces and things, people get to shooting. Anybody can get hit, whether they got something to do with it or not. But we did see the other guys, he said right there, they were told, they seen it on video, a dude was being very badly beaten in there. So we most definitely want to say prayers up to him as well in this situation. And it came out and got confirmed as this broke last night out here throughout the city. content watch right there, and I had a link in the description where y'all can watch that in full that on their platform, KHOU 11 and ABC 13. I'm gonna get it to the write-up in just a second, but it was confirmed that it was NBA Ben10, who is down with NBA Youngboy. That's his guy. NBA Youngboy brother OG3 had came out and confirmed that that was him in that situation, and he put it up, showed him that he had FaceTimed him in the hospital and said everything was straight. Other people from the NBA camp as well was throwing up things, and it was hitting the blogs. He good, because people was initially saying that he had died and stuff like that. Then also supposed to be somebody else from Houston. I'm not too familiar with dog, but I don't want to throw that up and it be the wrong guy, but different blogs are posting it and saying it. I don't know if that's him or not, but him as well. But when I listen to this, and I'm gonna get it to the write-up in just a second, go back over it, this seemed like somebody tried to take somebody's chains, whoever it was, and they look like they want to talk to bro simply for the fact to see who tried to take his chains, because they gonna look to charge the people who took his chains, keeping it all the way 100, because we out here in H-Town, yeah, you're not supposed to have a gun in these establishments and things, but they are saying directly, hey fam, they was beating this dude down, there was a gang of people jumped on him, they was dogging him out, and he pulled the gun out. The cop is telling you directly, the witnesses there, 30 people on the scene, we got good camera footage, so they got the camera from the place, and they got the cameras from the people in the building, and the people there, they just innocent bystanders eating. They gonna tell what happened. They like, hey man, they did this. They was stomping them. They was doing this. They was doing that. I've been seeing different footage hit the internet this morning. I'm like, I don't know what's what, but them cameras out there. So the police gonna see and they gonna know everything. They probably just trying to case through everything they can in the area, get more and more evidence with it. And I actually hang out in this area myself. I really, believe it or not, was planning on going over there today. I got to go do some stuff in that area. I actually go over there a lot. I've never been to confessions before, but I go up over there and kick it and chill in the little area on both sides over there off Kirby and things at times. But this right here is wild. And the write-up says this: 2 men are fighting for their lives after a violent altercation inside a Houston restaurant erupted into gunfire overnight, leaving investigators searching for answers and a suspect still on the run. Police say what began as a robbery attempt quickly escalated into chaos at a popular Upper Kirby nightlife spot. Here's what investigations say unfolded. The shooting happened around 11:30 p.m. Wednesday inside Confessions on Kirby Drive, according to Houston police. Investigators said altercation involving 3 men began when 2 men tried to rip chains off another man's neck. It is unclear whether the individuals knew each other. Police say the 2 suspects took the man to the ground and managed to steal his chains. Moments later, several others jumped into the confrontation, turning into a large fight. Authorities say multiple people began beating the victim before he pulled out a gun and opened fire, shooting 2 people multiple times. They said, we've got some folks on the scene that are talking to us and got some good video. That's where we are right now. You know, prayers for those 2 guys that were shot. Again, we don't know all the details yet. So with that being going on like that, that turns it into what could it be? What happened? Did y'all try to take the man's chains? They got the story from them. They got the video that he was badly beaten. I tell you like this right here, as somebody that's an H-Town native, boys be having pistols on them in these spots. If you could de-escalate a situation and not take it there, because everybody is not going. Some people gonna defend themselves, bro. It just is what it is. This chain snatching thing in this game, boys got to get that out their mind, bro, because you putting your life on the line, and then your family, your kids, your loved ones, you can possibly put yourself in a situation where you be the guy when the last thing you did was try to take somebody's chain, bro. And that ain't what your family want for you, and that ain't what God want for you. I'm just keeping it all the way 1,000, bro. Do your best to stay out here for your loved ones and your kids, and you can't call a man out and say a man wrong for trying to make it home to his family and his kids. It just is what it is. Tell me what y'all think, man. We got more coming. We'll keep y'all updated as more facts come out. Stay on your pivot for Shit Show.